guys, I am back for another video. As you can see by the title of this video, it is called Not Having Sex Until Marriage. Now, everyone's probably thinking, oh, something's wrong with her. Why is she gonna wait until marriage? Like, she should just have sex now. Um, Here's my reasons, and then I'll go more into it. Okay, yes, I am a virgin. Everybody wants to know if I'm a virgin. Yes, I am. I've never had sex ever in my life. Um, will I have sex in my life? If I find that right person and I get married, then yes, I will have sex in my life. But if I don't find that right person and get married, I will never have sex. It's like this to me. Sex is a prize. And I couldn't find a definition, you know what I mean? A great definition for you guys. But here's my definition. To me, sex is a prize. Okay? Sex is a prize. And when you get married, you give that prize to your husband because he's the person you're marrying, the person you're going to be with for the rest of your life. Okay? Sex is a prize. And then when you marry your husband, he gets the prize. You don't just give your prize to each and every, person. Like, you give it to the person you're spending the rest of your life with. Like, I believe in Jesus Christ. I don't know if you do, but I do. And Jesus says that you should only give the cookie to your husband. If you have sex before marriage, then that's bad. Now, I thought that was great, wonderful. I followed that. Now, yes, I'm 20 years old. In high school, yes, I was tempted from boys. I've had boyfriends. I was tempted. Yeah, I was tempted to have sex. What girl isn't tempted to have sex? But it's the way you go about it. Like, I have a boyfriend. We've been dating for 3 years. Next year will be 4 years of us dating. We haven't had sex. Yes, my boyfriend has had sex before me and him were dating. But now since me and him are dating, we don't have sex. And I told him the first day we started dating, I said, if you want to have sex with me, you can go date somebody else because I'm not here just to have sex with you. I'm here to actually date you and, get to know you. And you know what I mean? Because I like you and I want to date you. Not to have sex. I'm not dating you to have sex. So if that's your intention, boy, bye. And he was like, no, I'm not here just to have sex with you. I'm here to date you because I like you and I want to be with you. I'm like, okay, we both feel the same way. And then we started dating. It's been 3 years and we have not dated. Yes, we hang out and it may get tempting. You know what I mean? When we're sitting there doing Netflix and chill. And when we're doing that, it may get tempting. You know what I mean? When we're cuddling, it may get tempting. You know what I mean? But it's easy. Well, it's hard to say, no, I'm not going to have sex. It's hard. It is really, really hard. So, basically, the whole drift to this video is basically saying, wait. You do not need to give your cookie to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Like, here's the thing. All my friends are pregnant except one of them. 2 of them, exactly, are not pregnant. And the rest of them are all pregnant. One was pregnant at 16, 17. One was pregnant at 16. One was pregnant at 17. And one was pregnant at 18. And then a couple more of my friends are pregnant at 17. And this is all in high school. Like, come on. Like, one of my friends, to be exact, one of my friends got pregnant the first year of high school. How do you get pregnant the first year of high school? High school is to learn, you know what I mean? High school is to learn, get an education. It is not to sit here and have sex. It's not. And I feel bad for them because I'm like, some of them never had sex before in their life. And the first time they had sex was in high school and they got pregnant. Like my friend, I'm not gonna put her name out here because she may be watching my videos, and that's disrespectful for me to put her name out there without her consent. So what happened was, my friend, let's just say Melissa. My friend Melissa was dating her boyfriend. Well, he wasn't even her boyfriend. He was just an acquaintance. She was hanging out with her acquaintance one day at school, and she needed help with her homework. So she asked her acquaintance, "Can you help me with my math homework because I'm failing my math class and I need help?" He went to her house. One thing led to another. They had sex. Next thing you know, she's pregnant. And like I say, there is so many temptations out there so that you can to get you to want to have sex. And like I tell people, because people ask me how come I can not have sex for so long, and you know what I mean? It is, well, to me it's easy not to have sex, but I mean for other people it may be hard, you know what I mean? I'm not having sex because I'm doing it like the Bible. I want to have sex with the person I'm going to marry. I want to give my all in all to the one and only person that I'm going to marry. I don't want to just give it out to some random person, you know what I mean, that I'm not going to marry. I want to give it to the person that I'm going to marry because that's the person I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. And I want it to be special. I want that moment when I first have sex to be special. I don't want it to just be some random old having sex, like some random old Tom, Dick, and Harry. No, I want to have sex with the person I'm going to marry and be with for the rest of my life, and I want that night and that day for us to have sex to be special. And if you want any more in depth with this, let me know. I will do another video. But like I'm saying, it is, to me, it's really, really easy not to have sex. But for some people, it may be hard because you guys already had sex and then you guys are now stopping and not having sex. Now, I want children. Yes, I do. I want 2 children and adopt 1. People think, well, some of my friends in high school, they were like, well, if you want children, have sex now. No. Some of my friends thought, oh, I have sex now, I can have, sorry. Some of my friends were like, I have sex now, I can have a child. No, you don't have to have sex now, just have a child. You know what I mean? Some of my friends in high school thought if you have sex, you can have a child. Some of my friends thought if you have sex, you can have a child. Some of my friends thought if the guy has a condom on, then they won't get pregnant, so they can have sex as long as they want. Some people thought, if the guy has a condom on, they won't get any diseases, and they can have sex whenever they want. Some people thought that if they just have oral sex, that they won't get pregnant. I'm looking at them like, who taught you about sex? If you have oral sex, you're gonna get pregnant. Any type of sex, you're gonna get pregnant. First of all. Secondly, if the guy has a condom on, that's not stopping you from not getting a STD or AIDS or whatever, and it's not stopping you from getting pregnant. So yeah, that's great. He's using protection, but that's not going to stop you from getting pregnant. Because one day that condom may break and you can get pregnant. Or STDs or AIDS or whatever, you know what I mean? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, people think that if they do those types of things, they're not going to get pregnant. Or they don't have to worry, you know what I mean? Like, save it. You know what I mean? People think, I shouldn't have sex, but if I just do it once and it's oral sex, I'm not going to get pregnant. Nobody will know. It'll be fine. If I just have a condom on, it'll be fine. I'm not trying to go into this video talking about the bad things that will happen or the good things that will happen with having sex. No. The whole point of the video is to tell you guys, You can hold out. There are so many people out there. If you ask your friends, I guarantee you, at least one of your friends, group of friends, have not had sex. Have not had sex. And sometimes people get mad at, like, this is what happened to me. My friend, let's just say her name's Shanquisha. Let's just say that's her name, Shanquisha. Got mad at me and was picking at me in high school because I told her I never had sex. Like, people think that you need to have sex to become a woman. You do not need to have sex to become a woman. You do not have to have sex to become something. There's no title that you will gain to have sex. Save it for the person that you are going to marry. If you're a lesbian and you're going to marry a girl, save it for that girl, that woman. Save it for that one woman that you will marry. If you're a gay and you date guys, save it for that one guy that you are going to marry. If you're straight, save it for that one girl or guy that you're going to marry. You know what I mean? Like, save it for that person that you're going to marry. Don't just give it to anybody, because when you give it to that one person that you're going to marry, you'll see how special it will be. The night on your honeymoon, it will be so special because you give it to that one person. That's something special to you. Your cookie is something special to you. And same for guys. I'm not just speaking on girls because, it's not just girls. Guys can hold out too and not have sex and wait for that one female, that one girl, that they want to marry. Like my boyfriend, for instance. For y'all guys out there watching this video. My boyfriend has not had sex with me. And we've been dating for 3 years. Next year will be 4 years of us dating, and we have not had sex. Yeah, we talk about having kids and stuff like that. We talk about getting married, but that's the future, you know what I mean? And when we get married, then we will have sex and give ourselves to each other. And my boyfriend told me, it came from his exact mouth. He said, as long as I want to wait, meaning, if I don't want to have sex ever until I get married to whoever I get married to, it could be my boyfriend that I'm dating now. It could not be. It depends on me, you know what I mean? And he said, if I want to wait until me and him get married to have sex, then he will wait as well. Because he's like, sex is not important. There's so many important things out there, like school, work, paying bills, etc., that having sex, he could wait. So, if you're someone who wants to wait to have sex, and if you're someone who doesn't want to have sex like me until I get married, tell your partner that you're with and let your partner know, because if you don't inform your partner, they're going to have a different, maybe objective or something, and maybe not have the same goal in future as you. So tell the person that you're dating, or tell your partner, your boyfriend or your girlfriend, say, hey, I don't want to have sex until I get married. And most of the time, they'll be okay with it. They're not going to get mad at you or nothing like that. And some people think that if they tell their partner that they're with, I don't want to have sex until I get married, that they're going to leave them or get mad at them. They're not going to leave you. They're not going to get mad at you. They're going to be like, okay, that's your decision. They're not going to force you, to want to have sex. No. So like I said, this video is to encourage you to hold it until you get married. That is so good, and that's like the key point of the video, is to not have sex until you get married, because there are so many people out here who have sex and get children and have children at young ages, who have sex and get pregnant at a young age. And that's good. That's great. You get children. Children are a blessing. But just wait. Wait until you find that right person. You know what I mean? If your boyfriend or girlfriend's pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to have sex until you get married, leave that person. Because there'll be one person out there that will be by your side and not have sex until you get married. So, like I said, please, begging you, don't have sex just because someone's pressuring you. Don't have sex because what people are telling you. Wait until you get married to Mr. or Mrs. Right. and then have sex. I'm 20 years old. I'll be 21 years old next year. And I, Amanda, have not had sex. And that is not a bad thing. And I will not have sex until I get married. And I hope and pray for all of you guys that you guys do not have sex until you guys get married. Because when you get married and then you have sex, you'll feel and you'll know why it is great to wait until you get married to have sex. Okay? Like, it'll be much better. Because if you wait to have sex until you get married, you won't have any STDs, no diseases, you won't get pregnant at a young age, and you can continue college, continue high school, elementary school, middle school. You can continue your life, you know what I mean? Travel, do things. I'm not saying having sex is horrible, because it's not. It's a nice, precious thing between you and your husband or you and your wife. But I'm just saying, you don't need to have sex, because if you have sex with the wrong person and you're not married, you can get a disease or so many things that could happen to you. So I advise you, just wait. It's not that hard. Wait until you get married to have sex. Wait. Stay celibate until you get married. And I forget the movie, but there's a movie out there. And I've watched it twice. And the whole movie is about not having sex until you get married. And it's on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix anymore. But I watched it like last month on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's still on Netflix. So don't quote me on it. But if it's still on Netflix, let me know in the comments below. I'm not sure of the name. So if I figure out the name, I'll put it in the description. But the whole movie is about not having sex until you get married. And then at the end of the movie, the couple got married. And then they did a whole seminar of how they didn't want to have sex until they got married. And then they had sex when they got married. How it was so precious and it was so good and stuff like that. When I figure out the name of the movie, I'm going to definitely put it in the description for you guys, the link in the description, so you guys can go watch it, so that you guys can understand what I'm saying, because I learned a lot from that video, and it is so good and so precious. They have parody rings. It's something like that, a ring that lets everybody know I'm not having sex until I get married. My mom told me about that. I would wear it. But yeah, I would definitely wear that. You guys can get rings that will show people I'm not having sex until I get married, buddy. But you may think that I'm being weird. Maybe think that this video is way too long, or you don't get the video, or you think I'm just weird, or you think that this video is boring. Well, I don't care. Some people out there will understand this video, agree to it, and commit to it. I advise you, don't have sex until you get married. And if somebody pressures you to have sex before you got married, say, boy or girl, bye. Talk to the hand. Because you do not need to have sex before you get married. Save it for that Mr. or Mrs. Right. So, that's it for today's video. Talk to you guys later. Bye.